Welcome back, guys. So right now we'll be able to create our manuscripts. We were able to download this 120 pages from Canva. Then we're able to merge it. We're able to make 3 of it to create for 6 months. So right now I want to create the book cover. All I have to do is come to my Canva again. I'll create my book cover from Canva. So coming back to my Canva, I still need to search for daily planner. That's the keyword we'll be using. I will search for the word daily planner just to see the options we have. So I'll search for daily planner. Having to search for daily planner, I would see different templates. Then I'll pick one of those to replicate a book cover. So here it's a very good one. So I'm going to just click on this. This is not looking bad at all. So I'll create it in form of a paperback, I guess. If you remember vividly, we were checking Amazon.com. We did a book research on Amazon.com for daily planners. So all I have to do is to customize this template. So having to click customize this template, I'll be able to use this. I'll be able to use this to create my book cover. And coming back here, you remember our layout is 6 times 9. If you remember vividly, we are using 6 times 9. So I would say I designed this book for a 6 times 9, and I made the manuscript 360 pages for 3 months. Yeah, so that will be this, and I'll just update the memory of my generative AI that way. Then coming back here, so I have to create a book cover, and I want to create a book cover from this. So remember, our size needs to be 6 times 9. Remember, this is it right here, inches. So I'm just going to resize that. This is a premium feature, but if you are not familiar with that, if you don't have this as yours, if yours is just ordinary Canva, you have to create the custom size. But right now I'll just resize this design from here because I'm using a premium version. So coming back here, I'll be able to resize this design. I'll use a tool to make sure I create the best book cover with the right margin and spine. So all I have to do, the tool I'll be using is Bookcow. I'll be using bookcow.com, and we'll be able to recreate what we have. So what I'm going to do now is to delete these other pages. Okay, so let me delete these other pages. Can delete these other pages, and here we have this. I can delete these other pages, and I can just burden this. So right now I can create something magical from this. So I have this, and yeah, this. So all I have to do is to delete what I don't want. I can delete what I don't want from here. So delete this. I'll delete all this, then delete all this, then I'll delete all this, then delete all this. Okay, so I'll delete all this, and yes, we have something like this. Then we can have this. Then this should be, instead of white color, I could change the color to what I want, because this is giving a feminine kind of color. I would say book cover. Yes, so we have that book cover. Then having that, all I have to do is to make this make more sense. So I want to make it this way. So let's leave it at daily planner. Let's bring it to the middle. I love it to be at the very middle of it all. Then we could have another color. So come to your elements to search for, depending on what you want. You could make it a green background. You could, so let me just make it a deep green background. Let's make it that deep green. So let's see what we have here. Let me see what we have here. So you check photos. You don't need to check graphics. If you see stuff in graphics as well that you could use, but I won't be using the ones in graphics. I'll rather come to photos and look for the one I can use in photos. So I'll just look for a green background that will make more sense to me when we insert. Oh, I would love this. This color is not bad. So I'll bring this in. I'll just bring this in like this, and it becomes the background. Yeah. So I can just say replace background, and we have that. So replace the background, and this is an image as well. So we can make this white straight up so that we have a very good, yes, we can make this white. I can just do something like this. Let me just delete this. Let me delete that, and let me delete this. So I have this right now. I'll just delete this. I'll just duplicate this page to create the back of this. I'll delete the text, and this will be the front, and this will be the back. So this daily planner could come in between like this, and I could just search for elements. I could check daily, and let's see if we have a pictorial element that will represent daily. So let's do something like this, daily, and come to graphics. So we look for icons that will give us something that suggest daily. This Monday, Tuesday. Yes, I will love this. So I'll just bring this in, and yes, this will be somewhere here. So I'm going to have something like this. The size can be decreased like 28. So I have something like this, and I have this right now. So this could come here, or it could come here actually. Let's see what we could do here. So let's take this to the middle a bit. This will be in the middle, and this will be somewhere here. So we have something like this daily planner, or I could bring this to the back actually. This could go to the back. So this could be here in the back. Yeah, so this could be somewhere here. I'll reduce the opacity a little bit just to create a very reasonable cover. And here is the opacity. You have to be creative about creating your book cover. You don't have to create something like this, so we don't have the same book cover. You could be creative about yours. You could do something better than this. This is just a tutorial, and I'll just have something like this. So yes, let's have this, and I think I'll use something like this. Let's see what this would look like. This could be somewhere here, and this will be our book cover. You could change the colors if you don't really like the colors here. So I could change this to a red kind of, and yes, so we have something like this. I could just bring this a little bit here and this a little bit here. So I could reduce the opacity of this just to create something nice. So we have this daily planner, and here it's what it looks like. So I'll be able to create the book cover. All I have to do is to download it in JPEG. I'll click on download, and I'll download in JPEG. So having to download in JPEG, that way we'll be able to export our book cover. And having to export that is not all. Amazon has a way of uploading book cover. I need to create a good spine. So to create a good spine, I'll be using this tool, bookcow.com, and I'll use the KDP cover template generator. I'll click on this. Then right now I'll give this to my details. So right here, I'll be creating an hardcover. I'll tick hardcover, and the width is 6 inches, you remembered, and the height is 9 inches. That will be the height. And the paper type, so let's make the paper type. What paper type? So let me just ask ChatGPT, what paper type should I make this? Let's see the paper type ChatGPT will suggest for us. So the paper type is white paper. It gives us white paper, it gives us cream. So it depends, a softer, warmer look and feel. So we're going to go for cream paper. Let's go for cream paper. And yeah, so coming back here to my book cow, I'll just choose cream. So it will be cream paper. Then the page count will be 360 pages. That will be the page count. And I'm going to have my email address inputted. I'm going to input my email address here, input my email address here. I'll consent to email just to send this template to my mail. So I'm going to email the template. You choose maybe next time, and I'm going to continue. So having to continue, I'm going to be sent the template to use to design the perfect book cover. So I'll be sent the template. All I have to do is to check my gmail.com to check that, and I'll check my gmail.com to extract the template. I'll come back to my Canva home page. Since I've created the book cover, the next thing I'm going to do is to extract the book cover from the zip file. This is a zip file. All I have to do is to right click, and I'm going to extract all. I'm going to extract from this. I'm going to just extract all, and I have it extracted. Then I'm going to have this deleted. I'm going to have this deleted. So I have that deleted, and here we are. So this is the book cover I extracted. As you could see, this is the folder, and we have the front and back. So coming back here, I'm going to get my templates from my Gmail, and here's the message. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to get this template in PDF. I'm going to get the PDF version. So I'm going to download this. So having to download this, I have that downloaded. I'll come back to my file management, and here it is. I would see my KDP book cover template. So this is what I will bring to Canva. Coming back to Canva home page, all I have to do is to drag and drop. Remember, Canva is a drag and drop tool. So I'm just going to drag and drop inside here. I'm going to drag and drop it inside here in PDF. It has to be a PDF version, and I'm going to drag and drop it here. So here we have the hardcover. So I'm going to click on this, and having to click on this, we can now template the book cover right here. So to template that, how do we go about that? So what I'm going to do is to come to my elements, and here's our design panel. So I'm going to just try to bring in these two images, the two book, the front page cover and the back page cover, which is for the book cover. So all I have to do is to drag and drop that as well. So here we have the hardcover templates. All I have to do is to zoom this. I'm going to zoom it a little bit so we could see what we're doing. So come to elements and try to look for a rectangle. So you just look for a rectangle right here, and you see the shape rectangle. You bring in the shape, you just make sure it covers this up. You make sure the rectangle covers this up. Then I'm going to try to reduce the opacity, the transparency. I'm going to reduce it a bit this way and having to reduce it that way. All I have to do is to bring in a frame. So I'll make sure I bring in a frame. Search for frame here, or you use this. So I'm going to bring in a frame just to cover up this white area. I will cover it up to this. This will be the spine. So I'll use a frame to cover this up to like this place. Yes, so we'll cover it up that way, and we have something like this. I'm going to duplicate that with Ctrl D, or you click on this and you see duplicate. So I'm going to use Ctrl D to duplicate, and we're going to have something like this here. So I have this page duplicated. I'll leave it this way. I'll bring in this to design the front and back cover. I'm just going to drag and drop it into Canva, and it's going to pick it up. I'm going to just drag and drop. It's going to be in our upload. So I'll check my upload, and these are the two files. The front cover will be here and the back cover will be here. So I'll just put the front cover here, and this will be the spine of the book. That is the side of a book. So a book cover, we have three sides. We have the front, we have the back, and we have the spine. So I'm going to put the back cover here as well, and I'm going to create something for the spine. To create for the spine, all I have to do is to just click this, and I'll just make sure this places the background. I'll say replace background, and that replaces the background. So all I have to do is to show the layer. I'm going to right click and see my layer. I'll show layers. Then from showing layers, I'm going to just delete. I'm going to delete the original template. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to take that out, and we have something like this. And I'm going to delete this as well. So I'll delete this as well. So coming back here, all I have to do is to click inside of this, and I'll make sure I have a plain background here. So that's what I will do right now to make sure I have a plain background. That's me zooming that so we can have a plain background. So yes, so I have something like this, and I will have that done. So we have a plain background, we have this, everything is sorted out right now, and we are good to go. This looks good, and all I have to do is to make this my ad cover. I'll say book cover ad. I'll leave it like that, and I'll have this downloaded in PDF as well. So I'll have this shared, and I'll download in PDF print, of course, PDF print, and to be in CMYK. So I have that downloaded, and here we are. So I have it downloaded already. So this will be able to create the inner page, and we'll be able to create the book cover. So here is the book cover. So I can have all these junks deleted. I don't need this. I'll have it deleted. I'll click on it and delete. Click on it and use the delete button on my keyboard to delete. So we have this. I could delete all these as well. I could delete this, and we have the inner page. This will be the inner page, and we have the 360 pages. Oh, sorry, I've deleted the one I shouldn't have deleted. So I'll just use Ctrl Z to bring back what I've deleted. This is the one I should keep. This should be deleted. This should be deleted. This should be deleted. This should be deleted. So I'm keeping this. So I'll book into this. So we have 360 pages, and this is the book cover. Here we have the book cover, and that will be able to create the inner pages of our book and the outer page. And here we have this. I hope to see you in the next lesson where we get to publish this book. I hope to see you there.